Oggi concludiamo la serie di 4 episodi dedicata a famiglia sempre. Parliamo dunque, come anticipato, con Mr. Michael, lo psicologo di questa casa famiglia. Per questo episodio ci tengo a ringraziare in maniera particolare il Marina Restaurant e Guest House che durante questa intervista a Mr. Michael ci ha permesso ci ha dato lo spazio, ci ha permesso di essere, diciamo, in un posto più tranquillo e con privacy, importantissimo per svolgere questo tipo di intervista. Buona
Ci
visione.
troviamo ancora in Kenya e concludiamo praticamente oggi un percorso che ci ha portato alla scoperta di questa realtà di famiglia sempre, dove abbiamo visto appunto nel primo episodio un po' tutta la casa famiglia. Poi abbiamo parlato con Jessica, la fondatrice di questa casa famiglia. Abbiamo conosciuto anche la parte più bella, i bambini appunto che vivono in questo luogo, e oggi invece conosciamo lo psicologo. Today we met the psychologist of this amazing reality. So I'm gonna let him introduce. So, dear, who are you? Where are you coming from? Tell me a little bit about you.
Thank you very much, Francesco. My name is Michael. The surname is Oburu. I am a counseling psychologist, professional counseling psychologist, and also double as a teacher, professional teacher too. And I am a Kenyan by birth, and by tribe I'm a Luo. Thank you.
Okay. And since when you are in Famiglia Sempre?
I've been in Familia Sempre this is the third year now, supporting the kids in their day-to-day life and activity.
Okay, so you know all of them very, very well, no? Like, you know, they are 60, no? And you know all of them pretty well, or you know everything about them.
Yeah, I can't say I know everything about them, but I really know quite more about them.
Right.
More so, I always deal with the behavior and some of the issues that are affecting them. So in that line, I really understand most of them well. Yeah.
Okay. And how was this project created? I mean, how did you met Jessica, and how you decided to unify all your forces?
We met as a result of I was moving around and I saw the home written, and by then I was a student of counseling psychologist and I was interested to know. So that's when I met Stella, introduces me to Jessica, and when she knew what I was doing, what I wanted to do, and she was also pleased that it could be something good for the children. So then later there was need for the psychological support of the kids. That is, the development of the kids is very, very important. And we all agree that the kids need support in their developmental crisis. There are so many things that affect them. In the school where they go, they meet different people. As they grow, there are some of the issues that come with them. So it was very clear, and we are on the same page, that it's good, the children need support. And that is how we came. We talk, and we discussed more about how to support the kids. So the project is how to support the kids in their development and their psychological development and issues.
What is the main issue you addressed with these kids?
The most and the main issue that we address, one, is the emotional support of the kids. And that, when we talk about the emotional support, we are talking about the psychological support that we give to the kids. I want to say this. The kids grow. They were young, now they have grown into different stages. And each and every developmental stage, there comes a crisis. These crises are needed to be dealt with. The kids needs to be helped to know how to go through these challenges or how to cope with them. So my main work is to help the kids to be able to cope with the challenges that they face in their developmental. Emotionally, the kids have got their history, and apart from their history, the kids also have their current life. So there are two things here. Their past life may have an influence into the current life. So we are trying to address the emotions of the past, things that happened to them, and then also addressing the things that happening to them now as they grow that may affect them in their daily to day life. They were I was told they came there when they were very young, but now they are growing. As they grow, some grow with some emotions that they experienced long time ago. Others are having the life at the stages with the emotions that affect them. So my work is to try to help the children to be able to cope with these situations by helping them to see the problem in a different way. Again, we're also trying to equip the children to be able to know how to deal with the emotions, like what when something happens to them, how are they supposed to respond, where to share, who to share with. And we're also trying to tell them it is always good to ensure that they talk, trying to help them to know how to communicate the emotion so that they can be helped in a very, very easy way. Because if the child does not talk, you know very well that they will now start thinking back into themselves, and that is not good. So we want to tell them, and we want helping them to be able to express the emotions so that as they develop, they are equipped, they are able to handle or to cope with certain situations that come into life. Thank you.
Okay. What is also the strategy that you use more, the goal and the purpose to be psychological healthy in there?
Thank you. The goal of this project, as I said, is to equip the children to be stable psychologically, to be in a position to deal with issues that come. We have so many challenges that the kids face. There are people that, as they grow, they meet different people in school. Those who are in the senior schools, there are those who are in the primary schools. They meet different people. We are not limiting them to that. But what we are trying to do is to make them be able to relate well with other people, to be able to develop well in everything that they are doing. Some of the strategies that we're doing, one is to teaching them on emotional management. That is one thing where when something happens to them, they need to know, how do I go about it, to help them to manage exactly what is happening. In the development of the children, there are a lot of issues that comes in. These ones come with different stages. The adolescent stage have got their issues.
Is the main, no?
The main one. The adolescent stage have got so many issues. Another thing is that we also have the cultural influence. They come from a certain culture. That is how they understand things. Some of the cultures are not good. Some of the cultural practice, they are not good. So in a way, we also try to help them to see what is good as they grow up. What are some of the values that they need to grow up with? So in terms of helping the kids into managing all these issues, we need to have a variety of the skills. We need to have the technique of how do we help them. For example, these kids on the adolescent stage, most of the thing that happens is about issues about behavior. Now, we need to understand that behavior is something that is learned. So, one of the things that we do, if it's not a good behavior, we help them to unlearn this behavior, because the main goal is to equip these children with the right skills or the right technique to maneuver the challenges that they have. We also need to help them in a way to see life in a very positive and indifferent way. And by that, we try to, through talking to them, we instill some values in them as they grow to be adults.
There are 60
Yes.
children, no? A lot, actually, from very little to adolescents. How much time you spend with them? Like every day, you meet all of them. Like for how long? No, you speak with all of them. How it works? This.
Yeah, we have a program. Then the program always runs that we don't just pick any kid. We always observe the behavior of the kids. And now that we are training them also how to communicate. For the young ones, we sometimes bring them together. And the kids will always express themselves through play or drawing. So sometimes you can just give them something to draw. Then through drawing, we can understand the emotional status, or they will express what they feel on those papers. But to the adolescents, we try to teach them even journaling. They can write some of the issues that they're having, they write. So we have different categories, not only even to the children, we even have the adults who are in the home. These adults also need some help, psychological help. So we always schedule, like, we, after identifying that the child is in need of support, and that is collaboration with even the other teachers from the school. If we have something, we try to find out what is it that makes the child to be this way. So after that, we now organize for a session. I first call the child. We do what is called contracting. That is, we agree on when to meet and how to meet. That is for the adolescents. But for the young kids, it's just a matter of interaction and then trying to give them something to express the emotions. For the adults, we have the mamas who are there. They know. So they simply ask for appointment to have a session, and then we go for them. So we meet depending on the need of each and every kid. Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe to add on, there are 60 kids, and meeting them, sometimes we do what is called group counseling.
Yes.
So in group counseling, I just identify a topic, and this topic is related to the behavior that is observed.
Like a general talk.
Yes, we just look at maybe there is a certain behavior. So we are going to have a general talk. Now, through general talk, they will contribute, and you are able to identify who needs support. We are living in a society that is really changing. And some of these changes, it affects almost everybody. Psychologically, it affects more. Mental health is one of the important things that this project is all about. The mental health of the child, the mental health of the workers. Because if the worker is not okay, then it may affect. And if the child is also not okay, so we are looking in this project, we're looking at the mental health of each and every person that is here, because it is very key. There are so many things that are happening. Again, in the same way, the children that we're dealing with, they are growing. And just as I've said, in the developmental stage of kids, there are so many crises that comes. Now, these crises, if not addressed, they affect the child development. And these are the psychological issues that we are addressing with these kids. The other aspect of this project is to help the kids to be understood. We want the children to be able to communicate, and we're also creating an environment where we listen to the child without judging. We appreciate the child the way he or she is, because that is the most important thing. If you don't listen to the child, if you don't judge, or if you judge the child, then they will go away. The children need somebody who listens to them. The children need somebody who will not judge. You listen without judging. And we have a society that is really judging. And we all come from a society that judges. But we're trying to put it in a way that we don't judge you. You come the way we are. We love you just the way you are. You are good the way you are. And you can be better just the way you are. Again, in this project, we also do vocational counseling.
Ah,
Vocational counseling is where we try to know the interest of the child, what they want to do in future. So even if they go to the senior school, they already start to understand what they want to do in future. So we are looking at the educational part of it, counseling on that. We also look at the emotional, the life issues that are coming with it. So it's very important to look at the all round of this. What is lacking in our society is the vocational counseling is not there.
it's not there.
People
Of course.
just go to school because it is time to go to school and it is time to come back to school. But we are now trying to identify, and we have quite a number of students that we can mention. We have Omar who knows that is good in sports. Through our project, we have Madonna who is very good dancer. We have Evelyn who knows very well that she wants to be an artist. So through this, they have told us what
Tracy
they
that
want.
is singing.
Yes, Tracy singing almost every time. We have Anthony Small who likes pulling the wheelbarrow. So for him, if you look at him, he's interested in automotive more than any other thing. We have John. We had a session with the John who is he completed the senior school. Yes. And he said through the vocational training he want to be electric engineer, and that is what he want, nothing else.
Daniel like football and basketball.
Exactly. So you can even see what is happening. So they are able now. This is the good thing of the project. We are able now to identify the kids with their talents, and through that they are talking and telling you this is what I feel comfortable with.
This is nice. And I noticed that most of them, when you ask them what you want to be when you grow up and stuff like this, they answer, I want to be a dentist, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a nurse. Especially they answer that. For you, why?
Yeah.
They are more, a lot of them want to be nurse, doctor.
Those people who mention one profession without any, you may find them that they don't have the knowledge of what they are interested in and what they can do in their potential. That is why through these vocational training sessions, they come to realize they even need to know what are some, because if you talk of doctors, there are so many doctors. There are people who are the doctor of the skin, we have the pediatricians, we have what, so which doctor? So when you go to the vocational sessions, we go down and to see what is happening. Another thing to add, when it comes to this project, for me I can identify, if you look at Michael was for the vocational counseling, and he was saying, can we help the kids to know what they want? And Jessica was for the values. What do we teach the kids into this? But all these are for the sessions, because the values we go with the behavior, how we want you to be, guiding you to behave in a way that helps you. And the vocational sessions or counseling is that we are helping you to understand your interest and what you can do better. So you see, it's something that is cooperating and
But it's all about talking mostly, no?
yes.
Going in the deep. It's mostly about talking, going in the deep with the question to understand more, no? With the specific questions.
Yeah, we for the vocational counseling, we deal with those who are in the senior school more so, and those even joining the senior school, because now the new curriculum that we have in Kenya has introduced the kids into identifying their talents as early as possible. But they lack who to help them identify those talents because of maybe lack of knowledge, of lack of the professionals who can do that. But for Familia Milele, we are proud that we have this thing going on because we are able to sit and go into details with them to guide them. Like the last week, but one session that was with John, that is exactly what was happening. You allow them to ask questions, and then you guide them through what the curriculum wants, through what the courses requires, and then they are able to choose exactly what is expected.
It's also important to remember that there are many realities here, no, in Kenya, like this, but not everyone maybe can have a person like you to help in there, right?
Thank you so much for this time, and maybe what I would say, this is one of the good projects that I'm involved in, because for me, my work is the mental health, and taking care of the mental health of the kids is one of the goals. Even the government of Kenya really supports this. So what Familia Sampre is doing is one of the best by supporting the kids, supporting the adults. For mental health support is very important. For the children, their development is very key. As they go to school, as they interact with the society, they need to be very much okay mentally. So as we are doing this project, we just want to insist that we support the kids psychologically for their development, so that they become good people in the society, and also to realize their goals, their talents, and what they can do. We are trying also to insist that they believe in themselves, that they can do it. Once they get it right in this support, everything will be okay and it will never be the same.
Grazie di cuore per essere arrivati fin qui, grazie se avete visto tutti gli episodi di questa serie. Se questa realtà vi ha colpito e vi interessa, non esitate a contattarmi per potervi anche mettere in contatto e darvi tutti i link utili per scoprire o supportare la realtà di Famiglia Sempre. Io come sempre vi ricordo di mettere mi piace, farmi sapere la vostra, ma soprattutto iscrivervi per non perdervi i prossimi video sul Kenya che stanno per arrivare. Ciao!